What's up, guys? Hope you all are having an amazing day. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, guys, today I would like to talk a little about what has been going on and a trip that I took to Pittsburgh last weekend, and some photos that I took that I want to share with you guys. As we all know, 2020 has just been a whole lot to take in. We started the year with fire in Australia, and then the pandemic, and then now here in America. You guys know what is going on if you've watched the news. Recently, George Floyd was murdered, and it has caused a lot of protesting that is going on, which is good. I support that. Nobody's life is supposed to be taken that way. That is so sad. Personally, I had never felt racism before until I moved here to the United States. So with the little that I have experienced, or the little that I have seen, I can only imagine how it feels like being an African American, living here your entire life and going through it like your whole life. So I understand the anger, I understand the rage. It's person can only take a little bit of bad things done to them, no matter how cool and chill you are. You at some point it's just too much for you to take, so you react to it. So I am all for the protest that is going on, but that being said, folks, don't forget out there that we still have a pandemic going on. So whilst you're protesting, please wear your mask, take all the safety precautions, and let's do this peaceful. That being said, my heart really goes to the family of George Floyd. My heart goes to every local small business that have been affected by the violence that has been going on with the protests, with the break-ins and looting. I hope everything that anybody lost, they get it back, the small businesses. If you have been affected by this one way or other personally, my heart goes to you as well. Now, that being said, last week, myself, Sean, and Dave, as always, went on a trip to Pittsburgh. And going on the trip, I didn't know that there was going to be a protest going on. It was just a normal weekend that we were going to go on to a trip, go to Pittsburgh, walk around, take some photos, and then maybe find some landscape stuff to photograph as well. So that was just the plan. I had my Hasselblad 500cm with me and my Leica M4P with HP5 and Portra, and some other Fuji slide films with me that I was going to go and photograph. It was like a normal sunny day. People were out. It looks like a marketplace. There is a street, I don't remember the name, but it has a lot of like vendors and stuff on there. Stuff were open. People were out and about shopping. Some people, like most people, wearing masks, some isn't. It was a nice day. When we got there, I had Portra 160 loaded in my Leica M4P, and I started taking like normal street photos. The only thing was I wasn't able to do POV because I'm still having some challenges with that. Hopefully I get that fixed soon so I can start bringing you guys with me on the street again. So we walked from where we parked, heading towards downtown, taking photos along the way. I got some really decent photos. It was nice. It was a nice day. But as we get closer to downtown, that is when we realized that we think there might be a protest happening later in the day, because we've seen people with banners and flyers and stuff like that. I don't know what it's called, like all the paper boards that people write stuff on, and walking around, like walking in the same direction towards downtown. So we were like, I think, or we think, there's going to be a protest going on, which one way or the other, I think it was good because we weren't able to do the one here in Columbus. So it was like, okay, then we have the opportunity to protest now that we are here in Pittsburgh. So we decided to walk towards where everybody was walking to join them to protest, and also obviously like document the moment and what is going on. So we walked towards downtown, and as we were going, we kept seeing more people and more people. So at that time I had shot my Portra 160 and I loaded up HP5 400, and then I started taking photos, asking people that were holding the banners if I could start taking their photos. So I grabbed some photos, we walk into downtown, and then we came across a large number of people with a megaphone from afar talking, which means the protest was just about happening. And so we walked into the crowd, took some more photos, and then stood there for a while. There was a 1 minute silence before the whole walking started. And so I would also like to do a minute silent right here on the video. So if you guys pardon me and will do this with me, let's do a 1 minute silent for George Floyd and all the black African American that have lost their life through similar situations like this. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for that. The protest started really peaceful. People were just walking very gently and chanting the name George Floyd and all the stuff, the slogans and stuff that people were saying. It was very peaceful. There were cops around. There were cops in the people. Everybody was walking like, as I'm sure how the protest was planned to be. And I had never seen such crowd in a single place apart from going to the stadium to watch football. And it was a little bit overwhelming because I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know at some point. At some point, I felt like, should I be photographing this? Should I not be photographing this? Is it right for doing it? Is it not right for doing it? It was just like a whole lot. But I have this thing that I tell myself, like, it's better, especially when I'm on the street taking photos, it's better to grab the photo than to walk away and beat yourself about it later on, like wish you had taken the photo. So I just thought it was a good time to document that. Even if I'm not going to make any use of them, it is good to take the photos for future reference, that my kid can come in the future and see it and know that this is what 2020 happened and this is what went on and this is what the people stand for and this is how they were able to fight. So my kid and their kids had the freedom that they will have in the future. So it was good for me to that is what I convinced myself with, to take all the photos that I took. We started walking downhill, and that is when I actually saw the huge crowd that was there. There was a lot of people. And you go downhill, and this is all downtown Pittsburgh, and then we climb uphill, and that is when, from afar, the chaos started. So I could see people like dragging construction like signs and sandbags, putting it on the freeway, blocking the road. And just as that was happening, the cops, some cops that were on the horse started like galloping towards that side, trying to control it. But I don't think they were able to, because instead of them controlling the situation, the people chased them and they ran away. I would say, yeah, run away to the other side. So I don't know, maybe I didn't know what was going to happen, but they did go away. And there was one cop that was standing there controlling the traffic, and all these people went on him, screaming at him, talking. It's just too hard to. It's sad that we've lost a life. Nobody should do that to anybody. We should love each other and be human to each other and treat each other as we want ourselves to be treated. So it's just like, it was a whole lot. I've never seen like something like that in my life. So it was just a whole lot to take in, from where I'm coming from. Just as that was happening, I took a few photos of that, and then there was a guy that was standing like right next to where the cop was when the people were like talking at him, giving a whole lot of speech about how some people are protesting wrong and this is the right way, this is how they are supposed to do it, and talking about having a good change, and if they want a better change, or if they want an actual change, they should go and vote and blah blah blah. He was really talking with passion. He said a lot, and like I said, I wish it came to my mind to record the whole thing, but I didn't. But I took some photos. I hope that someday things change and we don't have to keep doing this again. After that, that is when the people that were blocking the highway even took it to the next level. They were picking up like large like signs, putting it on the street, trying to break certain things. And I tried to like walk towards that part to take some photos, and then looked back, and there was a fire. Like, they had set a cop car on fire. It was burning. There was no cop around trying to do anything. There was no ambulance. There was no fireman, nothing. It was just like the car is there and it's burning, and people throwing stuff to it, and people like walking and running towards it and standing in front of it to pose for photos. I was shocked for what was going on. I was really in a shock moment. So after there, it was getting a little bit too much, too chaotic. So we decided to like go back down the hill and at least go find a place to sit and eat, because we had not eaten since we got there. And just as we were about to go down the hill, walk around a parking garage to get on the route that we are supposed to go, because we were literally on the freeway, we just noticed a lot of people running towards us, and we didn't know what was going on. So we, instead of going down the road, we went up the building a little bit. It's kind of like you are from the ground level and then you go on top of the parking garage, and there was a lot of people there. And then when I looked down behind the people, the crowd, there was another cop car that people were jumping on and like hitting it with skateboard and stuff. And then all of a sudden, another fire started. Yeah, things were happening that fast. That fire started, people started like throwing stuff to it, and then in the crowd, it looks like a bunch of people were also attacking another person. So I don't know if those people that were attacking that guy or that person were wanting peaceful protesting, and they are trying to cause chaotic violent stuff, and they are trying to stop them. Like, you don't know where people stand as far as the protesting is going on, because the people that are protesting ended up fighting against each other at some point. It's not funny, but that was what was going on. Stood on top of that parking garage, took a few photos. It was getting very chaotic, very fast. people started like running where we were standing, and we were standing right on the edge of the parking garage. So I was getting a little bit nervous having my camera like hanging on taking photos, so we had to just like leave there. And then walking back to our car on the street, it was blocked, huge traffic. People were just like honking and like that large noise. And then all of a sudden I saw another smoke, and I was like, oh my God, not another car. It wasn't. It was an American flag that they had set on fire. So we walked towards that, took some few photos, and then we walked to Jimmy John's to grab something to eat. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with these photos, but I'm glad that I was there. I'm glad that I was having my camera with me to photograph and to document these moments. And I pray and hope that something like this never happens again. As far as a cop killing somebody, probably might take a while, but I know someday there is going to be a change. Might not be now, might not be, we don't know when, but I believe someday it will. And we all have to have that positive mindset and energy that one day it's gonna happen. Because if you look back in time, I'm not somebody, a historian or something, but the little that I know, things have changed a little bit. So I believe one day it will. You know, before there were no like social media, so they were doing stuff and we didn't see it, but now there is cameras and everything everywhere. And so I think eventually things will change, and then we all will live together and love each other as we are supposed to. So that being said, that is all that I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video. Shared with you the experience, what is going on, the photos, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching. On that note, there's just a little bit of new stuff that I would like to mention on the on this video. As you guys can see here on my Hasselblad, I have something new on it. I have a handle. I bought a 645 bag for it. For the square format, I love it personally for my own personal work and stuff like that. But I was thinking, if anybody wants me to do like portraits for them, not everybody will like the square format. I'm talking about people that will hire me for portraits and stuff like that. And if you guys don't know, or if you've not watched that video, I've sold all my digital cameras, so now I shoot only film. The only digital thing I have is my phone, which is what I'm using to record these videos. The last 5-6 videos has just been recorded with my phone. And so that is the new thing that is on my Hasselblad. And if you've not purchased one, my zine has been out for I think a week or two now. The Backroads Adventure. This is a zine that I put together of photos I have taken so far for the last 3 years, driving in the back roads of Ohio, just capturing and taking photos along as I drive. So if you would like to purchase one, I'll leave the link in the description below. I would really appreciate it if you purchase one to support the channel. And also, I made this print today. It's 8.5 by 11 inches pearl paper. I think it's Hanemühl. I can never say it, that word. I think it's German or something like that. Pearl paper. So if you like to purchase this, it's only going for $20 and free shipping, US only. If you want international shipping, there'll be extra charges for that. So if you want this, go to my Instagram and DM me, kboatin_street. Or if you like to also follow me on my color Instagram account, it's the film digit. If you shoot film, if you love black and white, or if you shoot black and white film, I created a community on Instagram called Film in Monochrome. Go give that a follow to tag and use the hashtag Film in Monochrome to be featured on there, and let's inspire each other. Let's inspire others to keep shooting film and black and white film. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. But until then, go hit the street. Be safe out there. If you are allowed to, grab a camera, put a raw film in it, shoot some photos, and share with us all. And you don't forget, always create to inspire. See you guys in the next video.